we're going to sit around begging white people to do for us what we have the power to do for ourselves. We have come up with black agendas, but we've been looking to the wrong people to fulfill our agenda.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren and I'm Maureen. So when Obama was becoming America's first black president, the black community was really happy about the news. Right, finally they had a black person, someone who shared their struggle or at least understood what they went through, and they thought that he would be able to fight for their grievances or at least tackle most of them. Yeah, but there was somebody who already warned people about this. That person is called Louis Farrakhan. He had a lot of things to say, and whatever he predicted, let's just say they came into reality. So before we say anything further, let's just watch this clip and then we come back and talk about it. The words of wisdom Louis Farrakhan had to say, and then let us know what you think about this on the comment section. So let's watch this first and then we'll come back and talk about it.
On CNN, I was questioned after I spoke in 2007 about Barack Obama. And CNN said, well, what do you think about this young man? I said, I think he's brilliant. I think he has fresh ideas. But I'm under no illusion that even if he did become president, that he could change the reality of black suffering in America, because when you are running for something, you can say a lot of things, but when you sit in the seat and you feel the energy of electricity putting something on your backside, the forces that surround power is always the real power. President Obama does not run this country. President Obama has been chosen to govern white affairs. And if in that process we get something, it won't be because the governing powers want it. It will be because we organized and forced a government to speak to our needs. Now, look, thank you for the question. I want it clearly said in love that I love my brother. I voted for him. At 5 o'clock in the morning, I was out there with my wife voting for our brother. I, like you, am very proud that a black man sits in the White House. But I also understand very clearly, and we should understand, that it is the White House. And until we exercise power to force that house to address our agenda. Now remember, our dear sister Julianne Malveaux mentioned A. Philip Randolph. Man, that was long time ago. And the cry was jobs and justice. In the March on Washington in 1963, the cry was jobs and justice. In the 20-year anniversary of the March on Washington, the cry was jobs and justice. We are now in 2010. And what is the cry?
Jobs and justice.
Well, wait a minute. How long
Not long.
are you going to sit around begging white people to do for us what we have the power to do for ourselves? Excuse me.
And the church
I'm quite passionate, so
amen.
you all set me off. You know that. And I love it. But listen, an agenda is a program, a schedule, a timetable, a plan, a list, a scheme to accomplish a certain result. We have come up with black agendas, but we've been looking to the wrong people to fulfill our agenda. If Franklin Delano Roosevelt said to A. Philip Randolph, yeah, everything you told me is right. The Negroes need this, the Negroes are suffering that. Now you go out and make me do it. Do you think that having a black face in the White House means that we don't have to make him do it?
That's right.
That's right.
Who surrounds him? Let me even go up a bit further. I just
It's all right. It's all right, man.
look. Our brother is brilliant. He got a good heart. I think he really loves America and wants to make America better. He wanted to ease the pain between America and the Muslim world. He wants to solve the problem of Israel and the Palestinians. He has the heart to want to make America better. But he's like that camel in the Quran that God warned the people, don't hamstring his camel. They didn't care what God wanted. They hamstrung the camel. Every one of our brothers and sisters that spoke today, we have a right to expect something from our brother. 97% of our people voted for him. Yes, there's trouble asset relief program, but there's no. There is still racist America between the money being sent down and it coming to those who need it most. If he does not use his bully pulpit to address that, we can fault him for that. But wait a minute. In love.
Everybody say it.
In love.
Say it again. One more again.
Okay, I want to deal with that word. Because love is bigger than some emotional feeling. The word love, you can change the vowel O to I and the consonant V to F. When you have love, real love, you have life. And that's why the scripture says we can tell that we have passed from death into life because we love the brotherhood. Okay? Now, I was with Elijah Muhammad one day, my teacher, and he said to me, "Brother, you're always talking about love. Define it for me." And I went into my Webster's emotional dictionary stuff, and he said, "Brother, where there is freedom, where there is justice, where there is equality, there is love and there is life." Our problem is we have been looking to the wrong source to give us freedom, justice, equality, love, and life.
Guys, welcome back. Yeah, I think my biggest take from this conversation is instead of black people in black and white communities, instead of black people waiting for white people to help them do things or for someone to do things for the black community, it should start within themselves. Like, for example, what am I talking about? Instead of waiting for the very white government to build schools in your area, if there are people who can come together and do it, do it. You know, instead of waiting for the for the government to give you better healthcare services, if there's someone in the community who can afford to build a hospital, build it, you know. Because as Farrakhan says, if you keep waiting around for the wrong people to do better for you, because they've been singing about joblessness and whatnot for years, jobs is not being fixed, they should bring those things to themselves, and then finally those other people will start noticing.
The most important thing to note is that to be honest, even us here in Africa and other continents, when we knew that Barack Obama was taking office, you know, and we were like, you know, that is hope for the black people in America, you know, maybe extrajudicial killings, it wouldn't stop completely, but it would reduce significantly, you know. Maybe racism that was on such a high upscale, maybe it would reduce by that much, you know, because a black man had taken office and a black man was president and a black man was sitting on the most powerful seat in the whole world, you understand?
Yeah, but as Farrakhan says, the black man might be the president, but the powers surrounding
the
him,
seat.
so he's not really the president, he's just the face of the agenda.
The chosen one, right? The chosen one to lead the white agenda, not
and you
the
know,
black.
And you know what I usually say, which is very interesting, is if the other people, if they want to do anything to the black community, they'll choose a black face to do it to the black community.
Like in Nigeria, where the racist supermarket was closed down, you realize the person who was denying entry,
who was chasing the Nigerians away, was a Nigerian.
Yeah, he was executing the wish of the Chinese people. It was a Nigerian guard. Another thing also I wanted to say was that you know, more often than not, I feel like movie very closely depict whatever happens in society. And when you look at, I don't know if you guys have watched a movie called Scandal, and I feel like that movie sort of, it has similarities to
it was based on a true story though.
The president was really cheating and sleeping around with the wife. He even got his secretary pregnant. You know that president. You guys leave a comment on the comment section. Well, in Scandal, you see there's a lot of things that are happening, and the president in that movie, the series called Scandal, doesn't really have the power. There are decisions that he's really forced to take that it's not of his,
or there are decisions that have already been taken for him, and he only just comes to realize people did this through his powers without his consent.
And now he it's the face that has to go out and announce. He has to pass bills that he does not approve because it benefits the powers. So this is just the same thing Farrakhan says. President Obama was the president of America, but he didn't yield the true power. You understand? He wasn't he was just the face of the execution of whatever the powers needed. So you guys, I don't know what you think about this episode. Another thing we have to highlight that Farkan says is that how do you expect the White House to push a black people's agenda? Already by the name, it's called the White House. You understand?
Yeah, and he also said that if black people want to force their hands, they have to keep nagging at them, you know, because if they sit back and wait for them to address their agendas, it will never happen until they keep nagging at them.
Yeah, so far I feel like Black America is doing what it's supposed to do. They're really doing a good job. There's a lot of activist groups that are working towards black agenda and bettering and enhancing the rights and justice for black people. So I'd say the work doesn't end there. Keep on keeping on, you understand? But I don't know, you guys, let us know what you think about this episode, because I found it to be quite enlightening, and there were a lot of things that Louis Farrakhan said that we have seen. Obama was the president of America, not anymore, and a lot of things that Farrakhan mentions we really saw through, you know. Yeah, so I don't know, you guys, let us know what you think about this episode. I think we're going to end it there.
Yeah, and if you've not subscribed, please remember to do so, and we'll see you on our next episode.